Howdy y'all, and welcome to the MrMaple Show. Today, me and Bryan, yeah, if you hadn't heard, Bryan's back again. We're super excited about that. We're gonna do a walkthrough here of this greenhouse. Y'all, if you love this type of stuff where we talk about Japanese maples, make sure you're subscribed. And remember to always shop with us here on Mr. Maple.
Man, it's an exciting time of the year here at Mr. Maple. Everything in our greenhouses are just lighting up, putting on a crazy show of colors. And it's the perfect time to get out here and do a walkthrough of some of our greenhouses. I mean, we got so many amazing plants in here. We just had an open house not too long ago too. And I mean, people were just going wild from all the spring color, right? I mean, the spring color is an exciting time here at the farm.
I mean, the trees are just leafing out. And speaking of just leafing out, we got this huge set right here of Geisha gone wild. Just looking immaculate right now in the spring. I mean, I just love the pink and red colors.
Dude, the pink and red color on this is just so vibrant. It really lights up your garden. I love seeing these out in the landscape because it makes everything else around it stand out. This beautiful hot pink with a dark red leaf on it. Amazing color on that thing.
It's one of my favorite pink Japanese maples because in that early spring time frame, it looks like something out of this world.
Yeah.
I mean, you get this like cotton color kind of pink in the early spring. And it's just amazing. A selection by Talon Buchholz found a sport on the cultivar Geisha. This thing's more heat tolerant than Geisha, more vigorous, and makes a prettier tree out in the garden. I mean, this is a nice upright reaching 8 to 10 feet in height. A little more sun tolerant than Geisha as well. Geisha Gone Wild is an amazing tree you should definitely check out.
Good grower too. All right, right here I've got some really cool plants here, guys. We've got some Acer palmatum Orangeiola. These are a high graft, staked, really gives you some nice height before that starts to weeping. I love the weeping, cascading forms of Japanese maples, and Orangeiola is like one of the top tier of that.
I mean, I love it because it's got that heavily cascading habit too. It's not just your typical lace leaf that has this arching out habit. This one's straight, very, very pendulous, heavily cascading. And those multitude colors of red that Orangeiola keep providing with each flush of growth, maturing to that older red, having just all those shades of red in there, it's very appealing. And it's one of the most attractive lace leaves that has green in it, but it's just always changing colors.
Always changing colors. I see some low grafts up here. You want to go show them the difference between the two?
Yeah, let's go check that out. So those last ones were high grafts. Here, we got a low graft. Now, long term, it's not really going to make a hill of beans the difference between the two of them. But what you got here is one that starts out at a lower point, and this one starts out at a higher point. So if you're looking for something to start out a little bit higher, great way to go ahead and have this tree in that higher spot. You know, sometimes these are great for containers, but I love the low grafts too, because you can actually stake some of these up to get that higher effect if you'd like. But some of these lower effects can get some interesting branch structures down lower at the base.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to bring different levels to your garden. If you have a spot you want something low and cascading, go with a low graft. If you're wanting to try to get some height, but you want that same color that Orangeiola can bring, get you a high graft, get it staked up nice and tall before you let it start weeping.
I think I see one of your favorite Japanese maples right over here, Bryan.
Let's go check it out. Oh man, you know, I mean, they're all my favorite, but this one right here, I mean, this is absolutely amazing cultivar. What we got here is Acer Sawinum Moonrise.
Y'all, selection by Carl Munn, and it's just a beauty.
I mean, this is one of my favorites. I say it, everybody asks me, what's your favorite Japanese maple? This was one that I got early on in my collecting of Japanese maples, and it became the centerpiece to my garden because the beautiful colors that it brings throughout the year, I think it's just a highlight in your garden. It really draws your eye out to it. Coming out with these hot, like fuchsia pinks. Then it goes kind of these lime greens in the summer. I mean, this thing is really, really nice. I love the structure on it too.
No, the most comparable thing to Moonrise is Autumn Moon. But Autumn Moon needs some protection from the hot afternoon sun, where Moonrise here in Western North Carolina can handle full sun. It's more vigorous, and it gives a different shade of color than Autumn Moon does. Super vigorous, easy to grow. It won the Maple Society Tree of the Year with the North American branch of the Maple Society. Beautiful Acer Shirasalem that keeps, again, it's like that Orangeiola, but for Shirasalems. It keeps giving you color changes all throughout the year. You know, we've jokingly called it the flamethrower of Japanese maples because it keeps giving you the same colors that flamethrower does with the lime green on the older color, but with some of that sort of pink, fiery red on the new growth.
Absolutely.
I mean, amazing selection.
Very cool. I see some really cool little lace leaves right up here. Let's go check these out.
So guys, next up, we got some emerald lace. And these look like they've been grafted up about 10 inches and staked up. Emerald lace is one of the most heat tolerant of those green lace leaves. I'm talking, it can handle more heat than almost any other lace leaf I've ever seen that has that weeping cascading form.
And this thing gets out there too. I love how it really likes to arch and spread out. So you need to give it a little bit of room and space. I've seen these get some really nice wonky kind of branches and things like that. Likes to spread and cascade. A really, really finely dissected leaf too. I really like that about it. Gives it a unique texture out in your garden. Something that's going to kind of play off all of your other broadleaf forms of Japanese maples. So it's great. It's great for pairing with especially something like Moonrise, where you get this bright green color against that pink when it leaves out in spring. Would be an ideal pairing.
It was found in Charlotte, North Carolina, about an hour away from us here at Mr. Maple. And then it was introduced by Del Laux in Oregon. So David Sabo took cuttings of his original emerald lace, mailed it to Oregon. It got introduced in the trade by a legend, Del Laux of Laux Nursery, who introduced some amazing selections. I mean, Lillian's Jewel came out of that nursery as well. I mean, amazing nursery. But this tree is one of the most popular trees that he introduced in the trade because it's heat tolerant, it's durable, it's beautiful. The red fall color on this is really nice too. You know, waterfall and Veritas, they typically go to more yellows and oranges. Emerald lace typically gives you a nice red fall color.
Yeah, I always kind of think of this one as like the weeping kind of Seru. You know what I mean? Like it gives you that Seru red fall color to it, that really finely dissected leaf, but you get the cascading form.
I often wondered, is it a seedling? Is it a broom?
Right.
Like it's got something genetically that's similar to Seru.
Yeah.
The leaf is the same leaf, but you get that cascading habit.
Really cool plant. I'm getting excited about this, guys. We got so much stuff going on here. What do we got next, Tim? We got so many things to talk about in here. It's hard to pick things. You know, you're walking through, you got crazy color over here, some more Geisha gone wilds.
We got two yellows up here. We got to talk about yellow.
All right. You know, Tim, he's all about the yellow.
You want to grab one of those orange dreams?
Let's do it. We got some really nice size of these orange dreams right here. Nice leafing out in the greenhouse right now. Little orange border to that yellow really stands out. I mean, the bright colors on Orange Dream is really exciting in the spring. And if you kind of push the sun just a little bit on it, you can kind of get this bleaching to the leaf. Looks really cool. It's almost like a white highlighter out there in the garden.
I mean, that's a selection by Ghirardelli Nursery in Italy. And it's one of the first yellows that people have started finding in the trade. Needs some protection from the hot afternoon sun, especially here in Western North Carolina and hotter climates. But that bleached out effect where you can push it out of the sun just a little bit is amazing, especially in that summer time frame. Over here, I've got Acer Sawinum Sunny. Now, these things have been in leaf for a little bit here. When you have this tree with some sunlight, it leaves out with an orange color in the early spring. I mean, that orange color is a rock star in the early spring. It's a seedling from Acer Sawinum Jordan that gives you everything you love about Jordan, but also some great orange spring color.
Yeah, I love that it provides a different texture as well. Like with Orange Dream, you're going to get typically a smaller leaf. With Sunny, you're going to have a little bit more larger leaf. Kind of that influence of the sheer Sawinum that it has within that cultivar. And yeah, the orange color is really understated on this plant. I think it really pops in my garden. I have one here in full sun here in North Carolina, and it really stands out in the spring. I'm always out there taking pictures and videos of it because it puts on a show. All right, Tim. We got something else cool to talk about. I know that. We could be in here all day.
Oh, right here. This is Acer, and we listed this as Palmatum, but this is totally got another species involved. This is Pink Panther.
Man, this thing grows like a weed too. I love how vigorous this plant gets. I mean, some of our 1 gallons, just before you know it, they're just ginormous. So, you know, take advantage of these when they're available on Mr. Maple because, I mean, this plant gets out there quick. I know a lot of people say, you know, with Japanese maples, I don't have the time to wait. You know, Pink Panther gets out there pretty quick.
Joe, throw some of those pink photos in right now of the spring. Yeah. Guys, check that out. I mean, it is amazing what this tree can do with this unique leaf. I mean, it's got this larger leaf, almost aminum-like, but again, maybe Campbelli or Oliveranum, something else, other species is involved in this. But the pink color on this is outrageous when it first leaves out. Dynamic. It's weird to get something that has such a unique spring interest on such a larger leaf.
Yeah, absolutely. Great cultivar, one that we should all be excited about. What do you got here, Tim?
Well, looks like we've got some Sucasa Silhouette.
All right, guys, so if you got a spot in the garden, you don't have a lot of space, you need something a little bit more narrow, this is definitely one that you need to consider. Really nice, vigorous grower as well. This thing gets out there pretty quick. As you can see, our 1 gallons are pretty tall. And it keeps that nice kind of V shape. As it gets older, it kind of V's at the top, but very narrow growth on this thing. Beautiful plant. I've seen some large specimens of this, planted actually down in Hendersonville. So really cool plant, and I love the fall color on this as well.
Yeah, when we were in Japan, Yutaka Tanaka, who introduced us at Sucasa Maple, said they were starting to use it as a street tree because it was so durable and it had its more narrow shape. So we suggested to the city of Hendersonville, and they got some Sucasa Silhouettes from us. I should go check out the cultivar highlight we did in downtown Hendersonville on Sucasa Silhouette. On Maple Street.
Yeah, on Maple Street.
On Maple Street. But this thing's got dynamic red fall color. I do recommend giving this tree more sunlight because in more shade, it may start trying to grow a little bit wider. Sunlight actually keeps it more narrow.
Yeah, really cool tree. And it's cool to see that out just on the street. You know, it's just out there baking in the sun, but tolerating everything you can throw at it. What else we got here, Tim?
I see some purple ghosts down here.
Oh, man, we got some purple ghosts. One of the classic ghost series here. Let's see if we can find a good one here. Woo, look at this thing.
Amazing tree. I mean, this thing is amazing. It's got that purple color, selection by Talon Buchholz. DG92, it was the display garden in 1992. Good upright form and good lavender fuchsia purple color.
Man, I'll tell you what, and now these guys own Buchholz, which is really cool because they've got this amazing garden out there at their nursery. I can't wait till I get a chance to come out there. You have like one of the original purple ghosts right there on the grounds, right?
The original.
Right.
I got a selfie with Talon Buchholz right there in front of it, me and Matt did. It was in fall color, and I was like, this is awesome. This is one of the coolest things ever. Me geeking out. Tree geeks unite right here on the MrMaple Show. Make sure you're subscribed, guys. I mean, purple ghost, awesome plant.
Yeah, it really is. The reticulation on this is always very strong. I love that bright purple red color that it can get. I mean, I have this paired out in my garden with several of the other ghost series next to amber ghosts, and you can really start to see the differences when you kind of group those ghost series together. You really kind of showcases what each individual cultivar can do. Purple ghost.
Guys, right here, we got some Seru leafing out. Now, we mentioned emerald lace with that weeping habit. Seru has an upright form with that same leaf. It's one of the only upright lace leaves.
Yeah, this is a great tree, guys. This is one that I've been needing to get back in my collection since I came out here to North Carolina. This is what you can get out there in the middle of your collection and give some shade for your maples out there. This thing gets out there really quick, gives you a nice canopy. But what I like about the canopy is kind of dappled because you have that lace leaf. So it's not going to be just a heavy, heavy shade. But once these cascade over, I'm thinking about planting one right out in my Macawa collection.
I mean, this thing gets out there and gives you some good fall color as well, dynamic. It's such a good fall color. Japanese maple, I also saw it being used. It's one of the few cultivars I saw being used at temples in Japan. Often they use seedlings. This, they're using clearly Seru, upright lace leaf, as a tree at temples in Kyoto. So next level tree, easy to use, and great for your Japanese garden.
Absolutely. Man, thanks guys for coming and hanging out with us today. Walking around out here in the greenhouses. Me and Tim always get excited about what's going on. We're kind of cruising around seeing what's exciting that we can share with you guys.
Y'all, thanks for jumping in. If you like this type of content, make sure you're subscribed. We do cultivar highlights, how to grow Japanese maples. Our weekly releases on MrMaple.com on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We do a podcast and we do walkthroughs where we walk through greenhouses or gardens. So if you like this type of content, you like Japanese maples, make sure you're subscribed here. And as always, we'd appreciate if you shop with us on MrMaple.com.
Yeah, make sure you're checking out all those crazy sales on the Mr. Maple website. We always have the 10 at 10s coming, unlimited stuff. I mean, there's always something
Flash
exciting.
sale Fridays.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something on there, and we're always trying to cherry pick around and see what kind of exciting stuff we can offer you guys. So we appreciate you tuning in.
Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.